Hey everybody, my name is Josh with Late Start Piano. Today's video we'll be talking about whether or not you need to learn classical music or if you can skip classical music and do your own thing per se. So first point here is no, you don't need to learn classical music. You don't need to study Beethoven or Mozart or Chopin or um, anybody else for that matter. Okay, Liszt. You don't need to study any of those people. You don't need to be able to play any of their pieces if you don't want to. So the point of playing piano is that you play what you want. So if you don't want to play classical pieces, then you don't play classical pieces. If you're more of a jazz pianist, if you're more into pop songs, country songs, maybe rock and roll, doesn't matter. You should be playing whatever it is that you want to be playing. So that's point number one. Point number two is on the pro side of learning classical music is they are I guess typically 9 times out of 10, the more difficult pieces. So you take some of Chopin's etudes or something like that, you take some other classical pieces, those pieces are very difficult. They are very challenging technically as far as actually moving around, hitting the right notes, and musically as well. Actually playing the piece with that musicality that you should be playing for, some of that emotion that's coming out of the piece. Um, so those are kind of some of the pros. If you do end up playing those more tough classical pieces, you'll definitely have great technique and you'll definitely have good musicality, be able to express the music that you're playing. But you don't have to play that. Again, the point of playing the piano is to be able to play songs that you like. It doesn't make you any less of a piano player if you can't play any of those classical pieces because ultimately it's up to you. You're the player, so you play what you want. It's not like you're a kid and your parents are forcing you to take lessons and now you have to play this classical piece because your 95-year-old piano teacher told you that you have to do it. It's not like that, especially if you're starting later as an adult. You pick what you want. Nobody else decides that for you. There's no shame in not playing the classical pieces or anything like that. So again, you don't have to play classical pieces. Play whatever you want. Work on things that you want to work on. That's the good thing about playing piano as an adult is that you have full control over the things that you play. A couple pros about playing the classical pieces is that your technique will be improved as well as your musicality again, being able to express what's written down, and of course your ability to read music. So if you can't read music, then you either have to learn how to and develop your music reading ability up to the point where you can play those things, those classical pieces, or if you don't want to put that time in, then you can't play classical music. So if you do want to play classical, you also have to invest the time in being able to read music. That's very important. It's not like a popular song today where you can go on YouTube and put in, XYZ song tutorial piano, and you'll get the exact note by note structure. Classical music, there's way too much going on. There's way too much that is written down on the sheet music that you can't get from a YouTube video. Or if you did, then it would have to be like a 3 hour video, and the person would have to be breaking down everything that they're doing, everything that the piece requires. It just doesn't make sense. So you need to be able to read sheet music if you're going to go down that classical route. I made a whole other video about whether or not you need to read sheet music, so you can check that out. But those are some of the points here as far as do you need to play classical music? The short answer is no, you don't. If you want to, then yes, you can. Be prepared to read sheet music. Be prepared to work on those pieces for a long time, again, because they're very difficult. Either way, you don't have a right or wrong decision. Totally up to you. My name is Josh with Late Start Piano.